survive on my own, so I'll walk through life on my own. I'm a ghost. I'm not done when it comes. No, I won't run, won't hold my tongue. This is the end of me, you'll see me again, I guarantee. I'm not done, I won't run when my time comes. You think you've won, won't be denied the prize I see. Just leave a light on for me, 'cause I'm coming.
Alright guys, what is up? So it is week 8. We are 31 days out. So we are in like the home stretch of the 12-week program, the top third of like getting this done. So things have been moving really well this week. We did just a 5-mile to conclude last week's training, and then on Monday we went into squats, hit a top single at 315. That was probably RP 6-ish. It moved really fast, and faster than it felt like it moved. So that tells me that like the fatigue and stuff that I'm feeling is there, but the strength is underneath it all. So a deload going into the meet's gonna be like, it's gonna feel so good. Super excited for that. It's in like 3 weeks, so stoked. But yeah, 315 cruised on Monday. On Tuesday we just did, we did bench on Monday too. So hit 135 for a top set of 5 and then drop that down to work. That was pretty painful on my shoulder, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like 9 out of 10 pain. Like one more rep and I might not have been able to lock the bar out. So that's been frustrating to deal with because physical therapy is actually going really well. We're having a good response. Thursday, so tomorrow morning will probably be like my last session. However, the pain is still there with bench, so it's like a rest thing. And right now I'm just gonna push for the next couple weeks until I can actually rest from bench. But squatted, benched on Monday. Tuesday, yesterday we hit a 4-mile. It's been nice in Nebraska this week, so I was able to actually get outside for that. Today we're gonna hit pause squats, top set of 3, drop sets of 3, a top single on bench, and some drop sets of 3s. And then some upper body accessory and a 2-mile run just to kind of cap that out. Just to, like I said, manage that midweek fatigue. So, then tomorrow and Friday I'm traveling to Chicago. Tomorrow night I'm going to try to get a run in the hotel, and then Friday I'll have afternoon in downtown Chicago. I'm going to try to drop in a gym and get deadlifts in. And then Saturday is supposed to be a 9-mile, but it's going to be the day after I get my first COVID vaccine. So I'm going to have to like be careful with that because I know a lot of people have been not feeling great that next day. So I'm just going to have to see what happens and keep rolling with the punches and keep rolling with this program. Like I said before, like we have not had a perfect week yet, but that's, if you expect perfection from something like this, then you're gonna fail. So we've just been flexible and adaptable, but we're gonna get it today, get some pause squats and benching. So let's go. Hey, what is up you guys? So we are at CrossFit Freedom in North Chicago. Yesterday came out with the Marine Corps to get our COVID vaccine. Got it this morning, and our flight isn't until tonight. So I dropped in here at CrossFit Freedom, hit some deadlifts, ended up hitting 405 for a top single. It felt really good. It felt a little slow. My legs have been a little bit tired, obviously. I didn't get a lot of my runs in this week with the travel and just everything that's going on, so that's been frustrating, but it's okay. Like, things happen, right? So I'm just gonna adapt. Hit that 405 today. It felt good, and I'm gonna do just some air bike, get moving around a little bit, and tomorrow I'm supposed to do a long run, so hopefully there's not too many side effects from the COVID shot and how I feel tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to get outside and hit, I believe it's 9 miles again. So things are going well. I feel good, my body feels good. We're still struggling with the shoulder, but at the beginning of the year I was benching like 45, not even, and now I'm back up to like 175. So it's just been slow, just painful. So just gotta keep working and keep doing what we're doing. And we're like less than 30 days out, so let's keep getting it. Alright guys, so today we are doing a segment on what is in my gym bag. A lot of you have been asking about the equipment that I've used over this prep for powerlifting, for marathon running, and all of it. So today we're gonna go over everything that's in my gym bag, the things that don't fit in my gym bag that are still equipment that I use, and we're just gonna cover it all. So we're gonna start with powerlifting, because powerlifting is the sport that I have more specialized gear for. I've probably competed about, like 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't know, many times in my life, a lot of times. So I have more equipment for that because I'm more specialized in that, and that's where my focus lies. And a little disclaimer, outside of the equipment I'm about to show you, I do have my SBD singlet, I do have deadlift socks, and I usually wear flat bottom shoes when I'm deadlifting in a meet. So those things are not in here because those are only used in competition settings. However, during the week leading into a meet, I might throw the singlet on in the gym and try to get a feel for what it feels like again, just so when I go into the meet, everything is, locked down and feels good. So starting out with the gym bag, the first two things that we have in here are obviously Flight and Endo Pump. So Flight, Endo Pump, these are, I only use them with lifting, obviously not with running, but these two are with BPN supplements, built by Brooke, will save you 10% at checkout. But starting off a workout, I usually take Endo Pump, Flight, just to kind of get my caffeine levels up. Usually I'm working out like after work, so I'm a little more tired and I need that little boost with the workout. I try to not use it, I try to use it less than 3 times a week. But Endo Pump I'll use on upper body days when I just really want that pump after bench or something. So the next thing we'll pull out of here is ammonia. I use ammonia on my top heavy singles. I only use it then, or at meets obviously, just to kind of get that little kick that I need. Next we have my green long band. I use this for warm-ups with shoulders, legs. I'll do like banded hip thrusts, banded squats, and things like that with that guy to do my warm-up. My warm-up usually takes about 15 minutes. The next thing we have is a gelato container. That is the home of my chalk. I need to refill this one. However, this is the home for my chalk. Use that with deadlift, squats, and bench. Next we have Titan wrist wraps. So I use these during bench and sometimes with squats to kind of keep my wrists in place. So you just put them on like this, wrap them around, get them nice and tight, and they support your wrists during either squats or that benching movement. So those guys are in here. We have more bands because you need all the bands to warm up, obviously. And a hip circle slingshot. I use this for warm-ups. I use it for some banded, put it around my knees, use it for some banded squats and some lateral walks, monster walks, if you're familiar, just to warm up. So that's the main pouch of my bag. Moving forward, I have my SBD knee sleeves. So these come in clutch with squats, obviously. I usually throw them on after my first couple warm-up sets. Keep them on throughout the end of the workout. These are a size medium, I believe. Yeah, these are a medium. During competition, I usually wear a small. It's just extremely difficult to get the smalls on. So it takes like 2 people to pull them up your leg. Yeah, I have those in there. Moving forward, I have like various pens in here. But my SBD lifting belt. So if you can't tell, I'm a fan of SBD. My singlet's SBD, my lifting belt is SBD, and my squat sleeves are SBD. So this is my lifting belt. You've probably seen it in a lot of previous YouTube videos with my squats. This is a pretty expensive belt, but you can set it to any kind of size. So as I start to lose weight, I'll obviously move to the left. And then you latch it down, sits around like that, and then when you're done, you can just click it off and get that little bit of extra slack in there before you take it off. And it can be a little bit tight. So that's the bulk contents of my lifting bag. In the bottom compartment, I have my lifters. So these are a special edition WIT and Reebok lifter that are, I don't believe they're available anymore. They're my favorite. These lifters I've had for a couple, I've had them since undergrad, so at least 2 years, but Santa got them for me 1 year. Bless his heart, he's a great man. But I love these lifters. I only wear them for squats. Once upon a time I used to wear them with bench. I don't really do that anymore, but I definitely wear them with squats, and they feel really good to keep your heels elevated so that you can get a better range of motion. You can really get that ass squat. So those are in here, and those are the primary contents of my lifting bag. So those are all the things that I use with powerlifting workouts. Bands are a really big deal for me. They help with warm-ups, they help with shoulder stuff, warming up my legs and things like that. And then obviously I'll wear like these flat no-bulls for deadlifts when I'm deadlifting. But that is the contents of my lifting bag. Moving forward, so equipment for powerlifting, and then we have equipment for running, which is far less. Usually with running, I have to use some sort of like chafing cream because I have big powerlifter quads, love that. Or I wear leggings like this. The problem is I have to wear a looser fitting legging because when they're tight, I kind of feel like my legs really is restricted. So my leggings are a big deal. I usually wear some sort of running sock that don't slip because my feet do get sweaty, which is gross. But the first thing I will kind of go over is I use this little Nathan running bottle. So you can just kind of slip your hand in here and it just sits on your hand just nice like that. I use that for my long runs outdoors. So I would have used it last Saturday for my 9 mile, but I will be using this for the actual half, and I will be using it in my upcoming long runs. I usually fill this with Go One More Sport just to keep me hydrated on the run. I also use my Garmin heart rate strap, so this goes on right here, around, and this is better at tracking my heart rate than my actual Garmin watch. So my Garmin watch is really great, and it's great for the GPS and tracking my runs and everything, but if you know anything about heart rate sensors, having a heart rate closer to your heart, is gonna be better because when it's further away and it's on your wrist, the heart rate that's tracked is a little bit different. So this just kind of gives you a more accurate amount of data, and it also helps with tracking kind of like your stride length and things like that. So the Garmin heart rate monitor is a big one. I recently purchased, as many of you saw, new running shoes. They're kind of dirty because we ran outside, but Hoka's. These are the Clifton 7s. I'm a big fan of them. They kind of feel like running on clouds, especially after you wear like different tennis shoes all day. So these are really, really great for my long runs. They're great for my short runs. Being a power lifter, I feel like they really, really kind of save my feet and my ankles and my knees. As you all know, if you've been watching on the channel, I've had a lot of knee problems, so these have helped alleviate that. Granted, the cortisone shot did a lot of that as well, but I love these, big fan. These will be something I continue to purchase in the long term when they wear out. I don't really know what their life is, I'll have to look. But those are that, and then I usually have Go One More Sport with me, just because anything usually over 3 or 4, my body gets tired really fast because I'm a power lifter. So my muscles are used to lifting heavy things for like 1 rep. So I need to find ways to hydrate and keep myself hydrated for those long runs because I'm used to like 1 rep, not like 3 to 13 miles. So Go One More is a really big deal for me because getting that extra hydration and that salt and those carbohydrates is what keeps me going and what continues to fuel me during those long runs. So this is the contents of my gym bag. It varies from day to day. Sometimes things leave, sometimes things are put back in. But this is the kind of like, I don't want to say bare minimum because it's kind of a lot, but the bare minimum of what I use every week for squat, bench, deadlift, in powerlifting and with my running. So yeah. Okay guys, so thank you for tuning in this week. I really, really appreciate your guys' support over the last couple weeks. No week of this program has been perfect, and it's been incredibly frustrating. Like, let me tell you, I've been so frustrated with so much of it, but I'm learning so much, and I hope that you guys are taking something away from these videos and learning a little bit as well, because a program like this where you're competing in two completely different sports and completely opposite sports for that matter is just, I don't know, like, it's crazy. I'm crazy. I'm a crazy person. I know it. This doesn't happen very often, and it's been fun to see the process, but I would be lying if I said it's been easy, because it has not been. And I've missed a lot of my runs. I've missed a lot of my workouts just because I've been exhausted. And you know, that includes my life outside of the gym too. I'm working full-time for the Marine Corps. I'm running Build Training Systems. I'm doing apparel launches for that. And I'm maintaining personal relationships and things like that. So it's hard to do it all. But I truly believe in living a life to the fullest extent that you can. And that includes doing the hard things even if they're not going to be perfect. So speaking of which, Build Training Systems Apparel is up for this week only. We're doing those t-shirts, hats, patches, some wristbands in there. If you guys like this channel and you want to support this channel and support myself and support Paying for Meat Day, that drop is all about that. And it's a company, obviously a business that I created on my own. But Build Training Systems is built on the foundation of building yourself every single day. Waking up and building yourself to be the person that you want to be every single day. Creating and building the life that you want, that you see 5, 10, 1 year from now. So really appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate you tuning in to this video, and I can't wait to see you guys next week.
I will return, but I will not stay damaged, broken, useless, frozen, soulless, bogus, no chance, goalless. It's easier to dismiss my name. Don't need your love to relieve my pain that I feel down low.